So different now. The way we entertain, what we're doing on a Thursday afternoon that's beautiful outside in Dallas, Texas, it's so different. And one of the things, you have to look at this time and think, what are some things that have challenged us? There's a plethora. But what are some gifts that have come out of this unique time? And I think more and more people are finding joy in the garden. And we've been really talking about the fun of gardening and the wellness of gardening. But really, it all comes down to how great it is to harvest. And there's so many trends in the food scene and in the spirit scene, as well as decor and how we're all living. So many people are in urban areas, and whether you have a big yard in Plano or you're in a high-rise in Uptown, one of the things that we are about is making sure that gardening and the experience of growing is available to anybody wherever they are. So our gardens are shipped right to your door, and we work with farm partners across the country to really curate the best plant collections for you. And I love that one of our best-selling gardens is a cocktail garden. We introduced it last year, and incidentally in Texas, it is the #1 garden, which is not surprising. And people have always been really creative in Texas of how to mix great cocktails or mocktails. And today we're going to have a great time because we're going to learn how to make 3 really fabulous cocktails with my good friend McKenzie. And it all starts with this great garden. So I'm going to quickly walk through what gardening with Gardenuity means and why it's so important to us as a brand to make the experience of gardening so much different than it's ever been. So we start actually with, we believe in this container garden. This grow bag is made, developed for us, this specific one, made of special microfibers so the roots can be aerated, because roots not only need water, but they need oxygen. And so we have really worked with some soil scientists, plant nutritionalists, and some of the best plant experts across the country to come up with this kit. So it starts with the bag. This one we're doing today is the cocktail garden, and it ships in one big box, and you get quickly pressed coconut. And this is done specifically for us by our vendor, so it hydrates in really 3 to 4 minutes. You just put it in the bag, pour water on it, and it is pressed coconut. And this is a really nice layer for the herbs to get settled into the forever home. And then we send a custom bag of compost, and this is made specifically for us, but it changes by season, by region, and by what you're growing. And then we send all the specific nutrients that each collection needs. For the herbs, you get a packet, and it includes soil primer, it gets root boost, it gets toner. We even have a database that actually looks at the pH level of water in every zip code across the country, because we want to make sure that the first watering in of your plants is perfect for the plant. So in the water bottle that you get, you can tone the water so it'll match the plant's needs based on the farm that it came from. And of course we send, 30-day feed and 60-day feed, but we also send the plants in a container like this. And so all of the plants really come fully rooted, and they're super easy to get growing. Let me grab one right back here. So they're really easy. So once you start planting them, all you do is you've layered all your compost in and done all your nutrients, and then you plant these, and literally your cocktail garden comes with such robust, healthy plants that you can start to harvest right away, which is really fun. But one of the things that we have found is, because entertaining now is taken on a new feel, people are actually enjoying their cocktail garden, letting it be a centerpiece for their gathering. So if you've got, 2 or 3 couples over, they bring the cocktail garden in, set it on the bar so people can accessorize their cocktail the way they want. And I think cocktails, and tell me if you agree, they've taken on a new trend. People are getting creative with them, and I think that's what today is about. Cut to cocktail, it'll be something that we can really you can leave with some great skill sets so that on your next gathering, or whether it's virtual or in person with a couple people, you can feel like you're really doing something special for the season. So we're going to I'm going to turn things over to McKenzie. One of the questions I've always asked her is to explain a little bit about tequila. And because, I think she's a good friend of George Clooney's, she'll tell us a little bit about the history of Casamigos, and then we'll get going with the cool cocktail. So McKenzie, I'm going to kind of turn it over to you.
All right. Let's talk tequila. First of all, thanks for having us. We've done several events with Donna and the Gardenuity team. There's so much synergy about time, what they have going on over here. It's incredible, and I love all the fresh ingredients that we can, parlay over into making cocktails. So we're going to first start and talk a little bit about Casamigos, the brand. We're going to walk through a tasting of all types of the tequila. And then last but not least, the best part, we're going to make some cocktails.
Yeah.
So a little bit about Casamigos. It's an ultra premium tequila company. We've got our Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo. And then the last one that we'll talk about is our Mezcal, which is our newest to the collection. And it's pretty fun to talk about, especially if you haven't tried Mezcal before. But this brand's been on the market for about 7 years. The story starts way before that. It was started by a couple of guys that were spending time in Mexico and like to drink tequila. I think everybody knows who the first one is, George Clooney. The second one is Randy Gerber. He's a restaurateur. He's married to Cindy Crawford. And another one of their pals named Mike Melvin. So they had a vacation property down in Cabo, an oceanfront property, and they dubbed their home to the Casamigos, which is just a term they made up, the House of Friends. They started doing what everyone does in Mexico, drinking a lot of tequila. And so that started really, spinning their wheels about learning about tequila, and kind of became self-proclaimed tequila aficionados. So one thing led to another, and they thought, I wonder if we can make our own house tequila to drink at our Casamigos houses. So they started doing some research. They partnered with a small distillery in Jalisco in a town called Jesus Maria, and they tasted about 700 samples of tequila, and they picked their favorite, this bottle right here, our Reposado. This was the original. So they started buying it out the back door of this distillery just for themselves, and eventually they went through a couple hundred cases of it. It's highly illegal, and so at that point the distiller was like, you guys either have to start a company and get a license, or we're not going to be able to, boot like this out the back door for you anymore. So needless to say, they decided, we love this, our friends love this, we don't want to, stop getting this tequila. So they decided to come together. They created the brand, split it equally 3 ways. The name Casamigos, I think, is self-explanatory, kind of our unofficial headquarters where it all started. The bottle's the original stock bottle. We just put it in glass, a nice cork on it. This top portion of the label is the original sticker that was coming on the sample bottle. So you've got up here, there are 3 sets of initials: George Clooney, Randy Gerber, Mike Melvin. It's 100% agave azul, which is blue agave. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. And we label every batch. So it's the same recipe that it's always been, way from before it was even a real brand. And every batch is numbered in red. So that's a little bit about Casamigos.
I love that.
Let's walk through a little bit of
that. Share with friends.
Exactly, that's what it's all about. So I pulled up a little sample for us.
Oh, good.
So we can sip as we go.
So this will get more entertaining as the time goes on if we're sipping tequila.
We're about to get really funny. If you're at home and you're drinking
please
tequila,
sip along with us.
Yeah, if you're not drinking tequila, go to your home liquor bar and grab yourself a little shot and taste along with us. So whenever you're doing a tequila tasting, I always recommend starting with the Blanco, which is unaged, and then go to the Reposado and Añejo, which are both going to be aged, and then from there you want to taste the Mezcal at the end. So a little bit about tequila. What is it made from? Where does it come from? So all tequila has to be made in Mexico. So there's a few primary regions in Mexico, Jalisco being the main region, but everything that has tequila on the bottle is made in Mexico. So it's very similar to how champagne is with brand. So it's all made in Mexico. And 100% tequila agave azul, or blue agave, means that it's made from a certain varietal of agave plants, which is the blue agave. So the agave plants grow on the ground. They look like giant spiny plants. They're about 200 pounds. They take 7 to 9 years to grow. So those plants are harvested. We cut the spines off of them. and cut them in half. And we cook them in traditional brick ovens. So at our distillery, we've got 6 brick ovens on site, and we cook them a slow roast, 72 hours. What that does is really cooks up all those yummy juices that are in the agave plants. From there, we take those juices, distill it, ferment it, and that's what's used to make tequila. Oh, wow. So, okay, I'm sure everybody has a horror story about why they don't like tequila. You know, they drink too much of something at one point in life. And so if that's the case, I encourage you to try it again and make sure that you're drinking 100% blue agave. That's the good stuff. You know, when you're drinking something in college out of a plastic bottle, that's probably not 100% agave. It's mixed with great alcohol, and that's when you get the hangover. So,
and if you put a fresh herb in it, it'll never leave you in the wrong way.
Exactly. Yeah. And these are Highland tequilas, so they're going to be naturally a little bit sweet. Really approachable. They're great to kind of sip like this and play well in cocktails as well. So you can kind of, it's best of both worlds or whatever you like. Okay. So if you've got your tequila with you, grab your Blanco. And I always recommend kind of sell it, take a little sip, wet your palate a little bit, and then take another sip to get that full mouthfeel. So this is unaged, which means it's never touches a wood barrel. And this rests for about 2 months before bottling. It lets the heat rise off of it, but it doesn't touch wood. So when you get that nice kind of warmth in your mouth, but you don't get that hot tequila burn, that's from letting it rest. So it's going to be clean, crisp, nice and citrusy. We love to pair it with a slice of orange. All of them go really well with a slice of orange. So, you know, I'm sure everyone's heard of salt and lime with tequila. I'm going to try, you know, some nice living style tequilas, grab a slice of orange. And like I said, just kind of take a sip and you can go. This is fantastic in a cocktail, or if you're looking for something for, you know, a round of shots to celebrate something with friends, chill it, garnish it with a slice of orange, and you won't go wrong. So, very cool. I like it.
And McKenzie, we've got a couple of questions that hoping you ask. Why the order that you just said from light to dark?
Okay, that's a great question. So Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo are you're going to be you meet 3 primary categories in general, whether you're drinking Casamigos or you're drinking something else. And so when we start with the Blanco, we start with the unaged. And then as you go from Reposado to an Añejo, those go up in age. And so whenever you're really wanting to taste them, rather than, you know, going straight for an Añejo where you're going to kind of shoot your palate with a lot of overbearing flavors, it's nice to go you know, from Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, and then go up from there. You know, there's extra Añejos and different high-end sipping style tequilas like that that you would want to taste after that. So that's just kind of the order that I would recommend, just to if you're going to be doing a full tasting.
Do you pair different tequilas with different cuisines?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the Blanco is going to go nice with like a ceviche, fish, nice light citrusy flavors. And same for the cocktails, you know, citrusy flavors. As you're going to go up to the Reposado, you know, this could go with more of a chicken dish or kind of a main course. Your Añejo is going to be the most aged. This is fabulous for, I love to pair with dessert. It's kind of savory, caramely. It's going to be a little bit more heavy and paired with something sweet. It's kind of a nice balance. And then our Mezcal is actually unaged, but it's going to be smoky. So I kind of think of this one as something that you could interchange with a Blanco, because it's clear also. It's unaged, but it's just going to have that smoke. So same thing with fish or something citrusy is really nice with that.
And so, McKenzie, as you get to the next one, do you know why it's our friend George's favorite, the Reposado? Why they liked it so much when they were in Mexico?
So whenever they were originally looking for, you know, the perfect tequila to buy for themselves, they loved a couple of different just high-end sipping style tequilas, and they liked that oakiness, but still have a nice sweetness. And they want something that was nice and smooth that you didn't have to pair with, you know, a lime to kind of cover up the harshness in it. So this one is, if you haven't tried our Reposado, you've got to try it. It's got like a huge following behind it. It's delicious.
Is there a difference in caloric?
Yeah, I don't think so. It all starts as the same juice. Once it sits in barrels, is where you just get those different hints of flavor and the color. So I already drink my Reposado. While I was waiting for this to start, it's my favorite, clearly. So we've got the Reposado to taste next. So same thing, just kind of take a sip, wet your palate, and then take another sip. You can pair it with an orange if you like to kind of go back and forth. This is aged for 7 months in recharred white American oak barrels. So it starts off as this right here. We put it in those barrels and let it sit for about 7 months, and that's where you get the color and a little bit more of that caramel, oaky flavors is from the contact with the barrels. So this one is great. I love to sip this on the rocks with a slice of orange. It's great to drink neat if you just want kind of just a straight sipping style tequila, and it's also fantastic for cocktails. We're going to be making a margarita with this one today. So this one, if you can only buy one, this is a jack of all trades. You can't go wrong.
All right.
And then moving on to the last of the tequilas, we've got our añejo. So this one you can see has a little bit more color to it, and that's from the aging. So añejos are rested for 14 months in white American oak barrels. So same thing as this, just sits for twice as long. You get that color. You get a little bit more vanilla flavors. It's kind of spicy on the front end, but a super sweet finish. Probably some of the most vanilla characteristics in an añejo that you'll find. This is fantastic to sip on in a snifter. You can put a big ice cube in it.
You can interchange that with some whiskeys, right?
Oh yeah. If you're a whiskey drinker,
that's it.
I challenge you to try an old fashioned with an añejo. It's fantastic. Like I said, before or after dinner, sipping style. You really don't need to do a whole lot to this one. Just kind of sip on it. Okay. So that's kind of the tequila section, and then we're gonna take a turn and go to mezcal. So mezcal's super trendy. You know, you see it on menus. Right. You just see it everywhere, and a lot of people don't know a lot about it. So what is mezcal? The first thing that you'll notice is whenever you smell it, I pour you a little shot.
Okay.
So when you smell it, what do you smell?
I smell citrus. It's like
a smoky citrus. Yeah. So the most obvious difference in tequila and mezcal that you're going to see is the smoky notes. And so with tequila, they're cooked in the agave plants are cooked in the oven.
Like you're sitting by a nice fire out on the beach.
Yes, nice and smoky. So with our agave plants for the tequilas, we cook them in an oven. With the mezcal, we actually roast them in the ground. So we have this giant 2-ton pit where the plants are roasted. We cover them with volcanic rock and stone, and we cook them for about 4 to 6 days, depending on the season. And so that's where you get those smoky components. It's made in some different areas in Mexico. This is made in Oaxaca, where our tequilas are made in Jalisco. And this is made from a different type of agave plant. So this is made with a 100% espadín. Different brands do it different. There's different places you can make it, different ways you can cook the plants, different types of agave plants that you can use on this one. So this one really gets kind of, if you're a cocktail nerd, you know, there's a ton of different variations in mezcals. But this one's going to be pretty approachable. It's one of the lighter on the smoke. So if you're new to mezcal, don't go for the smokiest or the highest proof mezcal. You're going to feel like you got in the face with an ashtray.
Okay.
So this one's a good starter. And like I said, just like with the tequilas, pair it with a slice of orange. You can switch out the tequila for mezcal for a hint of smoke in your cocktails. You can shoot it, sip it, kind of jack of all trades here as well. So tequila 101.
I feel ready.
Okay, so now we're warmed up and we're ready to.
We're literally warmed up.
That's right.
Okay, so what are we making first?
So we're going to make 3 different cocktails. We've got our spicy strawberry margarita. We're going to do a light margarita. Okay. And we're going to do a watermelon mint margarita. Okay. So
of the 3, which is best to batch to make ahead? So if you're having a party and you want a welcome cocktail, but you don't want to be in the kitchen, which is best?
I would say go for the regular margarita. Okay. You can pre-batch that right before you serve it. You want to add some ice into the pitcher because when you're not shaking cocktails, the ice from shaking them is going to dilute it a little bit. So if you're going to have a pre-batched, pitcher, pour 1 or 2 big scoops of ice in there, and that way, as it sits, it kind of dilutes, and you won't get the super tart cocktail. But that's the way to go, in my opinion. Everybody likes a margarita. Great. Okay, so everybody's hanging out at home, entertaining at home. We're going to show you some easy ways to kind of learn how to be a bartender at home. Okay. You'll impress your friends, impress your family, right?
And use your garden skills.
And use the garden, absolutely, yeah. So let's start with what do you need. First thing you're going to need is some ice. You're going to need, with these cocktails we're using, our Bronco and Reposado. Now you can switch out any of these recipes with a little bit of mezcal if you'd rather have some of that smoke. But we'll keep it easy. But everything that we're doing, you can make variations as however you want. You can switch out the different herbs depending on what you have in your garden. You can switch out, different types of salts. You can, really whatever, anything goes.
Okay.
And if you're going to be making a pitcher margaritas, like you said,
Right.
Go ahead and grab some of those different herbs from your garden, put them in containers with a little bit of water, and then when your guests come in, they can, say, I want it to be a little bit, have a little mint or basil or whatever. So these are all very interchangeable.
It's fun when they get to actually harvest and then put it in their own drink because they feel like they're really participating in the experience.
Yeah, it's
really
beautiful,
fun.
makes it fresh, and you just need a few fresh ingredients for a fabulous cocktail. So you're going to grab your shaker, and we've already poured the ingredients to spec. That way it will make it easy. And
So we're starting with the strawberry basil.
We are.
Okay.
So,
And what's the simple syrup we're using? I feel like this is Are we using basil simple syrup for this?
oh, that's a great question. So on this cocktail, we're going to use the basil simple syrup.
Okay.
You can switch it out with jalapeno if you want something spicy. Okay. So you've never made simple syrup before, it's very easy.
Oh my God,
You
it's so easy. And actually, today, getting ready for this, we came up with a shortcut. So normally, we make every kind of garden simple syrup. So it's equal parts sugar, water, and then you put the herbs in there, bring it to a boil, let it simmer, and then bring it down and let it cool completely. But today, we tested something, and it actually turned out great. So we have ball mason jars, and we filled it halfway with sugar cubes, and then we topped it with, we did a jalapeno one, a mint simple syrup, and a basil. And all you do literally is put whatever herb you want in there in this, and then we poured boiling water on here. We gave it a shake, and we've all done a taste test, and it's fabulous. And these will keep for about 2 weeks in your refrigerator. And when you have these at a party, it just really, it adds something to the bar. It makes it feel custom and fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And my favorite, I have to say, is a jalapeno simple syrup.
Oh, yeah. That makes it easy because then you can control the spice. Right? If you are, throwing fresh jalapenos in there all the time, you might just, fry how hot it is. So whenever you make a simple syrup, whenever it gets as hot as you want it to, just straighten the jalapenos out,
Right.
and it won't get any hotter. So to make this spicy strawberry, first things first, we're going to put some ice in this side of your tin. So you're going to build the whole cocktail in this side of your tin. So we've got our ice, and we're going to throw in our fresh jalapeno and some chopped up strawberries. And let's get that in.
And this is, in Texas right now, when it's getting to be really hot. I think next week we're going to reach 102. The best thing to grow right now is peppers. And actually, we just launched a new garden for Father's Day, Some Like It Hot, and it ships with different pepper combinations and companion herbs. And it is so fun. Actually, I think I grabbed. So it's the Some Like It Hot garden. It ships in a bag like this. This is really cute. And the peppers grow all summer. And we actually are going to harvest for one of the drinks a pepper from a plant we planted last year. So it's lasted for a whole year with Gardenuity, and that makes it really fun.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got our all of our ingredients in there. We muddled the strawberry and jalapeno. If you don't have a muddler, just grab whatever tool you got, just kind of crush it up. And we're going to be using our Reposado in this cocktail. So we've got our 2 ounces of Reposado. Here's the true test.
And then
you tap it on there like a shake. And then we are going to take our cocktail glass. I like to do a thick salt rim, and we're using a special salt from Gardenuity today.
We've got this cocktail garden salt that I think really works beautifully with the cocktail garden. It's got red pepper, and it's got garlic, and it's got different herbs, dried herbs with the salts. It's got a nice spice to it.
To get stuck, just give it a hit on the edge of the counter.
Yeah, it looks great. Oh, and it's pretty.
So you can strain this cocktail. I like to have all the yummy fruit in there, so I just pour it right in. It's whatever you prefer. We've got that nice thick rim. Garnish it with a little.
And then here's some fresh basil.
There we go.
There we go.
Throw it on top.
Add a little bit of accessory. Oh my gosh, this looks great. And it looks healthy. It's kind of like drinking a healthy smoothie after 5.
Breakfast of champions.
Right. Oh, it's delicious. And everybody here in the Gardenuity studio is like, okay, let's pass it around.
Not enough for everybody.
That's great.
Okay, so now to make just a traditional classic margarita, this is great to batch, and we can send out a recipe as well for the batch of this cocktail. So same thing, we're going to start with our ice.
So do you ever use crushed ice like Sonic ice, or do you always use
Whatever you prefer.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong. I mean,
Okay.
if you're at home, it's your house.
Well, that's right.
Do whatever you want. Okay,
It
so
really would be like a slushy if you use Sonic ice.
oh yeah, absolutely. Perfect for the pool. Okay, so in this one we're going to use agave nectar for the sweetness. We're going to do a little bit of fresh lime juice.
Tell me about agave nectar.
So agave nectar is similar to simple syrup. It's going to be a little bit more viscous.
Okay.
It's a little glycemic.
Okay.
If you don't have agave nectar, use your simple syrup.
Okay.
It's totally fine. And on this one, we're going to be using the Blanco tequila. So we're going to pour that in. Now, if you want to add in some spice, you could use your spicy simple syrup. You could throw in some of your fresh, habanero or jalapeno peppers from your garden. I like to use a little bit of bitters. Bitters are kind of like salt and pepper for cocktails. So it's it just gives it kind of that extra little oomph. Throw that in. Okay, here we go. You want to take the next one?
I do. It goes everywhere. That's a
Give it a tap. And this one, we'll skip through on this one.
Yeah.
Just throw it in. Top it with some more ice. We've got some Topo Chico. We're in Texas, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
if you've got tequila and Topo Chico, that's really all you need. But you can just top it with a little Topo Chico for a little bit of carbonation.
And what's really fun is when you go right to your garden and clip a pepper, and then you've got your own homegrown, and you can say, I grew that, and I think that helps with the calories if you grow your own jalapeno. There you go. And if you have somebody over that you don't really like, you could go all the way around with the jalapeno, and then they burn their lips. Whoops. If you have a mother-in-law or something you don't like, that'd be okay, because then they could talk. Okay?
Little technical difficulty.
There we go.
Okay. Last cocktail. You can shake this.
Okay.
You want to pour
I'm ready.
this one?
Okay.
There's some ice in there.
Watermelon?
Or fresh watermelon. Or simple syrup.
So this is our flavor. This is mint simple syrup. Okay.
Lime juice.
Lime juice.
2 ounces of our Blanco tequila.
Blanco tequila.
And then you're going to take your
Muddler.
muddler, give it a nice little.
Now, you would never put this in like a food processor or anything to make that.
You could. It's just okay.
If you're
if you
making
wanted
it
to
very
see
sweet.
it with watermelon juice, if you like to have some of the chunks of the food in there, there's no right or wrong. I love to have this filled on a watermelon margarita. So we've found our cocktail glass.
And does this take any simple syrup?
We're ready to put it in.
Okay.
You've got the mint. And then tap it on top. And shake it like you mean it. This is why a little bit can't take most of the day. Alright? And then take it out.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then you can garnish that in some mint.
Oh my gosh, it's great. Okay, fresh mint.
Donna, quick question. What are some good herbs, cocktail herbs to be growing this time of year, given that it is, we're hitting 90s down here?
Hitting 90s. Well, you know what? That's the beauty with growing with Gardenuity, because you can move the bag around. When it's 102 next week, you will get a weather alert from your grow pro at Gardenuity, and they'll say, hey, it's going to be really hot. Here's the temperature, here's zip code. Move your garden into the shade. So right now, certainly the basils, and we've got so many different kinds of basils, are really beautiful. I'm a huge fan of parsley. I'm a big fan of different spearmints. And so because for the DFW area, we work with really great Texas farm partners, the herbs have been grown to be comfortable in the heat. But every herb is just going to get too hot at 102. So, you just move your bag in the shade and you're still good to go. So I think this might be my favorite. So, oh my gosh. That's really good. Yeah, these are really, really good. One of the things that I love is cocktails and mixologists. Now it's become center stage to entertaining. I think a while back it was all about the wine pairings. Now it's about cocktail pairings. So these really would work any time of year, but they feel really good for summer.
Absolutely. And like we were saying, you can take any, whatever fruits in season. When watermelon's out of season, if you want to, switch it out to blackberries and do a blackberry margarita, or, just whatever you have on hand, whatever herbs you have on hand. And you can do regular salt, tahini salt.
Right.
If you've only got mezcal, you could do a smoky, pineapple margarita or something like that. So basically, all these basic ideas are very interchangeable for the season, what you have on hand. And it just makes it fun. It's a great gift, pair a cocktail kit with a bottle of tequila.
Yeah, that's
Father's Day.
Absolutely.
Or a new homeowner's gift or something like that. It kind of just makes it easy and makes it fun for everyone.
Another quick question coming in. What's a good way to balance mocktails, cocktails when you're preparing for guests? How would you maybe modify these so they could be a mocktail? Obviously, without the alcohol, but how would you want to?
So cocktails in general, you want to have a balance of a little bit of sweetness with that citrus or the tartness, so you don't have something that's too sweet or too sour. So I think those are the two main components. So if you want to have a mocktail, basically you could pre-batch everything that we just made, except for not adding in the spirit. And so then you've got a mocktail. It's great to top a mocktail with a little bit of carbonation just to give it a little extra something. And then you can have the spirit on the side. And so, that's great too, because then if you've got a guest that wants a Blanco, margarita, you've got that. Or if they wanted to add a little bit of smoke, then they could throw in, even half and half of the, Blanco and mezcal.
I think that's part of the beauty of having people participate in the gathering themselves, so they make what they want and they don't feel like, oh, I have to have what everybody else is having. The other thing that we've been doing is taking our herbs or peppers and making big ice cubes with them. And those are really fun in mocktails. They add a little bit of something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Another quick question for you, Donna. Can you just talk a little bit more about the Gardenuity container bags, the different types of plants and things that you can grow?
Absolutely.
Types of collections.
So one of the things that I'm really proud of is we really wanted to change the gardening experience. And so we brought together and curated the best experts in the field because the experience is so personal. And so what you get is literally everything you need in the kit, from the soil to the nutrients, but you also are matched to the right plant collection. We've got patented technology that matches people to plants based on predictive weather, time to harvest, all these different things, so that you're not planting something that won't thrive for you. And once you're growing, you're part of the Grow Pro world, which means you get some really great information every 2 weeks. What you should be seeing is kind of loosely based on the book What to Expect When Expecting, because if you're a new plant parent, you're not sure what you're supposed to be seeing. So our Grow Pro team is exceptional about asking questions, answering questions, making sure you're engaged and participatory in the process. But the system also sends out weather alerts. So if weather's coming in, it's going to impact specifically what you're growing. So right now we've got, a couple of thousand of people in just the DFW area growing tomatoes. Well, next week it's going to be too hot for some of the tomatoes they planted early in the season, so they would get a weather alert that said, hey, McKenzie's going to be a little hot for your tomatoes, move it in the shade, give it a little extra water. And that way, we're kind of working with people to make sure that their experience turns into a I grew that moment. which is really important to our whole team. So we make it as seamless as possible, and we're really the lucky ones because we've got all these experts from plant nutritionalists to people who have created this custom compost for us, and all the farm partners that we work with. They've made this easy for us to share and easy for everybody else to experience. Any other questions?
A couple more questions. A couple from McKenzie. Can you explain why an orange to pair with it versus the traditional salt and lemon?
Why an orange pairs better with it? So an orange is a little bit less harsh, right? It's going to be a little bit more kind of a rounded flavor that brings out more of the notes in the tequila. So whatever you're doing, a salt and lime with a tequila shot, that's going to totally mask whatever you're sipping. You know, it's just you take the shot, you get the salt and lime, and you basically are masking those flavors. So whenever you're drinking sipping style tequilas, you know, it's great to pair it with the citrus that's really going to bring out the notes that you're tasting because you want to taste them with the tequila. You can also take a little bit of sal de gusano, which is the traditional salt from Mexico. You can sprinkle that on your orange if you want to get really fancy. You do a little tahini, or as all else fails, just go straight for an orange. And if you want to take it up another level, you can try different pairings, like the blanco with some slices of cucumber is really nice and clean, easy notes. You can do, you know, your orange with beans, or you can add in, try a grapefruit. The mezcal pairs really well with pineapple, whether you're just doing it as a sipper with a slice of pineapple, or, you know, like I said earlier, in a smoky pineapple margarita. So.
Well, and every good spirit starts in the garden, right?
Absolutely.
It starts with some sort of plant. So, you know, if you're growing your own, that's good.
That's right.
Last question for you, McKenzie. Can you settle an argument, shotting tequila or sipping tequila?
Should you shoot or sip?
Yeah.
Both. It depends on the day, right? Yeah, either way. I mean, if you want to taste through these, I would say definitely sip the añejo and the reposado, and that, you know, the blanco is a great shooter if you're looking for shots with friends. But there's no right answer to that, I don't think.
Does George shoot or sip?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
This has been such a fun way just to, I mean, I feel like summer's really here now, and we've kicked it up a notch. I think it's been such an interesting spring, and I love that people are getting into the spirit of gathering, albeit differently. So whether you're gathering, you know, over a Zoom call with family or friends, or you actually have gathered a few friends together, I think ways to put your own creative touch on it came through today. I mean, I think this is really fun. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
This is really great. And cheers. You know, let's do one more cheers. And happy growing and tasting.
All right. Thank you, you two. Back over to the Dallas Morning News team.
Hi, everyone. It's Kimmy with the Dallas Morning News. I hope you all enjoyed this class. I know I did. I highly encourage you all, go purchase your own cocktail garden. I know I plan on it. I live in an apartment, but I mean, look at that bag. It looks wonderful. As for the tequila, I already have my Casamigos tequila. You know, I had to purchase it as well. So again, support these two wonderful brands that came and joined with us today. We really appreciate them. To end this off, everyone, for future DM and download virtual events and other important information, please continue to check out our weekly rewards newsletter on Tuesdays to stay up to date on new developments with the coronavirus. Please sign up for the coronavirus newsletter. Information will be sent out on how to do that after the call. And following up on my my promo, we will send out the URL so that you can purchase the cocktail garden from Gardenuity. I wanted to thank you all so much again for joining us. If you aren't a member of the Dallas Morning News, we are glad that you were able to attend, and we hope that you will continue to support local journalism by subscribing today. I'm signing off, and I'm sure the rest of the team is, so we can enjoy our tequila and our drinks. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.